Hey there everybody, welcome back to Ultimate Skyrim. This is Season 1, Episode 16, I believe. Last we left off, oh, we're getting a little bit chilly. Last we left off, we had just arrived in Winterhold, which is where we are now. Our goal is to attend the College of Winterhold and maybe advance our magical knowledge. Wouldn't that be something? So let's go ahead and wander up the ramp here, and oh, actually, I'm gonna grab these snowberries at the same time, just in case we need to create some snowberry extract.
Cross the bridge at your own peril. The way is dangerous, and the gate will not open. You shall not gain entry.
Whoa, take it easy.
Oh, forgive me. Most who arrive here do so because they have heard of the college beforehand. This is the College of Winterhold, a safe haven for mages in Skyrim, a place of wisdom and arcane knowledge.
Wow. Can I come in?
Perhaps. But what is it you expect to find within?
Let's see. So, spoiler, I guess I can say, well, here, let's just go ahead and click one of these. I want to mend wounds and cast down the undead.
I see. That power certainly exists, I assure you. Wield it faithfully, and few can withstand you. It would seem that the college has what you seek. The question now is, what can you offer the college?
Good question.
Not just anyone is allowed inside. Those wishing to enter must show some degree of skill with magic. A small test, if you will.
Sure. Let's see.
Excellent. Unfortunately, one needs to be able to cast at least apprentice-level spells in any school of magic before being allowed to join the college. And thus, you're not skilled enough to be a candidate.
Dang.
I'm afraid we're not interested.
Oh, well that's that, I suppose. So,
It's been a pleasure.
spoiler alert, I knew that would happen when we came here. I thought it would be kind of like a fun thing for our characters' roleplay. Basically, in fact, here's what we're gonna do. I'm gonna take a quick stop inside the tavern so I can get warm, because this snowstorm is not ideal. Ooh, hello. It's like a raven. Also, you might have noticed that Winterhold has been expanded quite a bit, including the ruins. For those of you who don't know, Winterhold was once a grand city that... the long and short of it is that there was a cataclysmic event, and now a significant portion of Winterhold is off the side of the cliff and otherwise broken and just kind of gnar.
Like some horrible monster was turned inside out and then exploded.
What's going on?
What did you do?
It was a minor miscalculation. I've already corrected it for future experiments.
This is why people have a problem with your college, Nelligar. Come on in. We got warm food, warm drinks, and warm beds.
Thank you so much for your hospitality, my friend. So let's say, did it say that I'm suffering from frostbite? I hope not. That's a kind of, oh god. Minus 25% health, magicka, and stamina regeneration. Well, it's a good thing that we're nice and safe inside this tavern. So let's take a quick moment to talk about the college, because this is something I would like to talk with you guys about. So the College of Winterhold is pretty different through a combination of a lot of mods.
When will enough be enough?
What is she talking about?
As long as he keeps paying, I suppose. He keeps to himself and isn't hurting anyone.
Are you sure of that? I think Birna might disagree with you.
It's not my place to get involved in their family's business.
Oh.
Remember? You're the one that told me to stay out of it.
They're talking about that couple that was arguing when on our ride in here. Anyway, so the College of Winterhold is pretty different through a combination of mods. Requiem is, obviously at the base, as it is with everything in this configuration. Requiem's changes basically make the college a pretty high-level quest line, or at least there are some parts of the quest line that are pretty tough for low-level, inexperienced characters to handle. But one of the major differences is... one, the college and the services and amenities that it offers, and two, actually obtaining access to the college is kind of like a thing that you have to worry about now. The College of Winterhold, Mages College, in this configuration, offers a whole lot of stuff that is really useful for really any character, not even just starting characters. Also, look at that guy standing on the stool in the background. There's all different kinds of trainers who will, teach you spells and improve your skills. There's a lot of different experiments going on at the college that you can look at for some free experience in some certain schools. not only just magic, but like alchemy and enchanting, things of that nature. There's a whole lot of ingredients and resources that students can access. So it's a really kind of fantastic place. I like it quite a bit. In fact, it's one of my favorite areas in the game. But I always felt it a little strange that you could just kind of walk in the vanilla game and in Requiem too. You can really just, like, you don't have to have any sort of magical aptitude whatsoever to become a member of the college, which always felt strange to me because, like the lady said at the gate, what use would they have for someone who has absolutely zero magical aptitude or ability to influence any of the experiments and knowledge going on? So, as it is in the game now, basically what you have to do is you actually have to be at least a little bit skilled in at least one school of magic. If you remember, she referenced apprentice level spells. This is kind of interesting too. The reason that whole stuff is voiced is because this is another bit of Skyrim that was planned for the original release by Bethesda, but didn't make it to the final cut of the game for time or whatever. So all that stuff, all that material is already in the game files, and a talented modder just came up and re-implemented it. So basically the way it works is, if you are required to have a 25 level skill in at least one school of magic before they will allow you access to the college, which I feel is, one, a lot more fair because of how, like I said, how useful the college can be, and two, a little bit more interesting because it forces you to kind of consider how your character will get in and how you will develop that skill, and everything down to the race that you choose. Like, for instance, our character, let's go ahead and take a look right here. She has, 5 restorations, so this is hardly any at all. We're going to have to find some creative ways to boost our restoration and get ourselves up to that 25 mark if we want access to the college, which I think is kind of like a fun consideration to have to pay. Really, the only other difference to the entry, if you remember when we were speaking with that lady, Naranya, I believe is her name, you can choose now. This is a separate mod, not the entry requirements, but they work beautifully in conjunction with each other. This is a separate mod that allows you, pardon my speech, to choose which school of magic you would like to be tested in, instead of just having her randomly decide a school of magic to test you in the original game, which can be pretty disastrous for Requiem because obviously experience is very hard to come by, as are spells and perks. So if you have spent a lot of time training your restoration and she decides to give you the destruction test, you're basically shit out of luck until you can find a way to pass that destruction test. So I wanted to make sure that that particular pitfall was fixed, and it is now. The other cool thing about that test is that if you recall the original game, as a present, I suppose you could say, for entering the college, you were given a set of novice robes, but the robes are always destruction, which is kind of lame if you are not a destruction mage. I think the vanilla game kind of assumes that you will use destruction if you're using magic at all, but obviously in Requiem, non-destruction builds with other schools of magic are completely viable. So it's kind of a bummer when you join the college and you get a set of starter robes that aren't really useful at all. So your choice in the the test, the skill that you choose for the test will also impact the set of robes that you get at the very beginning, which I think is a pretty nice touch. So anyway, that's enough bloviating about background mechanics. Basically, what we're going to try and do is get some restoration training. Now, I believe I should be able to take the first perk in restoration, and we have 1 perk, so let's go ahead and do that. Now, in Requiem, you can learn many spells just by advancing through the trees, how you normally would. So as part of Fundamental Restoration, we can choose actually both of these spells, Arcane Ward and Healing Aura. However, even though we have the spells now and we can train them, which is really, really cool, we're going to have a slight problem, as many of you Requiem veterans will probably already be aware of. This is the cost requirements for casting spells with heavy armor. So as you can see, let's go ahead and grab our restoration spells. We're going to favorite them. These costs are incredibly prohibitive. This is a fundamental level spell that is the most novice that you can get in Requiem, and this is 446 per second. I can't even cast that for a single second. That is how prohibitive the costs are for casting in heavy armor when you don't have any heavy armor perks to mitigate it, and when you have very little perks in your chosen spell school that will help you cast things for cheaper. So this, we pretty much can't even use this at all. The solution to raising our skill, because obviously we need to be able to use these in order to raise our skill, is not pretty for our character. It basically means that what we'll have to do, at least when we practice, if we want to practice actively with our own skills, is to take off all of our heavy armor. This is kind of embarrassing now because we're naked. In fact, we should probably just go ahead and grab a easy set of clothes for like RP purposes. I'll definitely do that in the next I see them. But if you look now, these are now much better. At least we can cast them. You know, I think I have what, like 90 magic? 90 magicka? Yeah, so we're gonna need some more pretty quickly here. That's okay. So I'm not really relying on that at the moment, because what I'm going to be doing predominantly to get our character up to snuff, and it makes sense if you know you've been following along with the RP of our character, that she would not have any restoration skill yet. She hasn't trained any restoration skill yet. I'm still kind of unclear on exactly what her feelings are about her kind of like Mara journey. I'd like to kind of hypothesize that these dreams that we spoke of before have continued at this point and pointed her towards the college, and she feels some sort of inclination. Maybe she read a book or two about it was Mara though. No, sorry, Arcay, not Mara. Arcay that she's following, and you know, is kind of learning a little bit about Arcay, the god of life and death, and how he is diametrically opposed to undead. And so she wants to learn more about life and death. Obviously, this has driven her towards the pursuit of restoration, because it is one of the schools that handles that sort of thing, undead and life and all that. But so she figured that one of the best places to learn about that kind of thing would be an esoteric school of learning of magic like the college. But now that we've arrived, we can't gain access. So we're going to have to do some restoration training in order to get ourselves access. And I think at that point, too...
Ranmir beg a drink from you yet?
No, he has not.
Old wasted friend.
Oh, well, I won't give him any, just to not further enable his drunken habits. But anyway, I think it'll be a lot more of an accomplishment, a lot more of a feeling of accomplishment for us if we have to work a little bit to gain access to the college. So we're going to go ahead and do that.
You mean the inn or Winterhold? Suppose it's the same answer either way. Winterhold's fallen on hard times, to say the least. Most folk packed up and left years ago. A few of us are either too stubborn or too crazy to go, so we do our best to make a living.
This almost seems sarcastic now. Nice place you have here. So that's a little bit of backstory on Winterhold. It actually used to be the capital of Skyrim, which is pretty crazy. I think that's something that a lot of people don't know, because Winterhold is easily the dinkiest of all of the towns in the original game. It's still pretty dinky. Will you get down from there? It's not safe. It's still pretty dinky. We'll take a little tour right now. I kind of want to spend some time establishing this location, because we'll likely spend a lot of time here. However, to clue you guys into my goal, now I happen to know where the training is to be found for us for restoration. So I'm going to tell you guys, show you guys that.
Just let me know.
But we're going to need money.
Here, take a look at this. Some of the Jarl's men came by and left us bounty litter.
Ooh. All right. Well, now we have a bandit leader. So we're going to need to make some cash. How much do we have right now? We have 719. Now that's actually going to get us pretty far along, at least in the, because our restoration skill. Also, if you notice this very annoying flickering, this with the light sources, that is a bug that just exists as a result of Skyrim's engine. There's really no way around it. I think it happens when you have multiple dynamic light sources conflicting, but even if you disable them and try and get them to reconcile, it still just doesn't work. It's one of those really annoying things that you just kind of have to swallow. But anyway, our restoration trainer is a woman by the name of Keeper Carset. She is one of the Vigilants of Stendar, and actually their base is not too far from here. But we are going to need some money in order to train our skills. So, what I'm actually going to do, well, first thing I'm going to do is go ahead and check out this bandit letter that we've gotten. How much carry weight do we have? We can plop some of that on our horse. That's not the right category. Here we are, bounty. Order of Courier to all able-bodied men and women of Winterhold. Bandits located in Snowpoint Beacon have been harassing, robbing, and attacking citizens and visitors. All right, let's go ahead and check that out. Let us see. Miscellaneous. Is it already? Yes. All right, it is already marked. So let's check our map. It is. That's not it. Let's see. Retrieve Nerelian's dwarven armor. Welkian stone. Well, it should be somewhere nearby here, shouldn't it? Maybe they're no longer marked on the map. Oh no, here it is. Is that still marked? Wow, it's really up there. So that's going to be a pretty cold area. Look at all these Welkian stones. I don't think we can do those yet, but I've never actually done that quest, so I'm not sure. It might be worth just kind of checking out and poking our head in, maybe fleeing in the other direction. This is actually perfect. So oh, actually, no, it's not. So here's what we're gonna do. I'm going to ride probably back the way that we came to visit. I really should have done this beforehand, but I wasn't thinking. Maybe just for the sake of fun and saving some time, I'll take a carriage. In fact, actually, now that I think about it, though, I don't think Winterhold has a carriage, which might be a problem for that, and that's okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We are going to hop back on our horse. Let's go ahead and summon her over. And ride. Do we want to ride back the exact same way? Maybe not. Maybe not. What we want to do is end up right around here, which is where if I'm not mistaken, that is where the Vigilance of Stendar are headquartered. So we want to go ahead and talk to her and get as much training as we can for this current level, on the off chance that going and killing those bandits causes us to level up, because that means we'll be able to train even farther. So that's the plan as of right now. I figure this will also be a pretty decent opportunity to just kind of do some exploring, you know, which is what this game is all about, at least to me. That's one of the parts that I enjoy the most, is just exploring the vastness that is Skyrim and everything that it has to wait for us. Wow. What time is it right now? 6:05 p.m. It's kind of a risky time to set out, now that I think about it. I bet we can make it back to Dawnstar, if we're quick. Because last time on our way, we spent a whole lot of time just kind of smelling the roses. I think, no, I don't want to wait. I would like to take a drink, which is right here. And there. Let's go ahead and check our active effects. I think that's still the beef stew. I probably will want... I'm going to hold on to the Horker stew for now, just to see how it goes. Here we go. Look, a goat. So we're going to go ahead and ride back to Dawnstar. Just kind of, let's go a little bit closer to the coast this time, just so we can kind of have some fun and see some areas that we haven't seen yet. I'm not going to worry about that. Oh, and this is one of the other things. Some of you guys, oh God, some of you were asking me about how my stamina seemed a little bit more buffed than it should be for my level, so I'll show you why. This flask back left is something that you can create through Bandolier, and I have one created. Ouch. And I decided after some Jesus Christ, that guy is really coming after me. Fine. You really want to go for this? That's right. Now I'm gonna take your pelt. That's what you get. Play stupid games and win stupid prizes. That's what they always say. But anyway, I decided that the rate of 3% more or additional stamina regeneration was a bit much for how easily you can craft those things, so I went ahead and nerfed it to 1.5. So if you watch my stamina now, it still drains fairly quickly, like when I'm sprinting. It doesn't regenerate quite as fast as it did before. So I think that's a little bit more fair. Look at these Horkers. Alright, well, let's go ahead and... sun's going down fast. Here we go. Let me go ahead and make sure that my time scale is still where it needs to be. I can actually tell just by looking here. Yeah, that's about right. I think that's still on 10. Wow, what a beautiful sunset. The other thing, and this really doesn't have anything to do with mechanics, but on the video and like YouTube or side of things, I've noticed that the YouTube compression algorithm has really been butchering the quality of these videos. I hope it's still satisfactory to you guys. Ooh, what's been going on here? It's not terrible, but I really wish that you could see the quality of the raw footage that I export, because it's much, much better than the YouTube's compression algorithm. Maybe one day we'll be able to do something like that. Ooh. Nice. Really like the way those glaciers look. Maybe a little bit too blue, but I also don't care enough to do anything about it. Why is this note floating here? For Shelley. Shelley, your ship should have arrived weeks ago, and I fear the worst has happened. I've set up camp on this rock as your ship should pass by here, and hopefully one of these days we'll be together again. If you're reading this, I'm probably out hunting or bringing in some supplies. I'll be waiting here until I see you're facing it. How sad. Right, let's get this down on the ground. Yay. There's skeleton bones here, or not necessarily skeleton bones, I suppose. Bones. Oh. I saw that ice wolf. I see you coming over here. I think he sees me. I'm not super sure. I can hear him. Wow, look at that. Yep, here he comes. Ow. Ow. No sweat. Ice wolf pelt, wolf heart. Thank you very much. Nice attempt, though. Oh, God. That is... I mean, wow, he really is beautiful, isn't he? With the exception of the bludgeoned head and everything. I always thought wolves were super cool, especially when I was a kid. I feel like a lot of other people think wolves are super cool. I know that they're one of the most well-represented anthropomorphic animals in the furry fandom. So there you go. And hey, if nothing else, I'd trust a furry to know what animals are cool or not. All right, let's see here. We gotta beat that sunset. I was about to say sunrise. Gotta beat that sunrise. Maybe we shouldn't go out into the deep water, because this is pretty dangerous stuff. I just love the sound it makes when you, like, run your horse through water. I feel like that sounds very immersive. Is it weird to have favorite sounds, specifically? Ooh, I hear something else. Maybe just the reverberation from between the walls. Let us see. One of the problems about running around on the shore like this is obviously the high ground makes it easier for you to anticipate. That is a saber cat. That is a snowy saber cat. Well, how about this? I'd really like to take one of these guys out. Oh, I at least got him. There it is. Because we actually need their pelts. All right, here. Whoa. All right, anything else in the area? Anything else threatening us? Couldn't pop off. There we are. She's moving. Usually, oh. Oh no! Oh geez. It's like, yeah, that's totally how you walk. Oh, this is so sad. Okay, well, I'll put them down. Oh no, I don't want to hurt them. If I'm gonna put them down, I want to put them down so they can't survive without their mother. Oh, that was such a sad occurrence. Oh, what? There's no pelt now. Did they, like, loot it or something? What the hell happened? Ugh. Well, great. Whatever. God damn. Okay. Onward, I suppose. Oh. Was that? Oh, did I kill this wolf? No, somebody else did. Well, I'm gonna take the stuff from it anyway. Let's see. Ice wolf. Your pelt. I've got a lot of pelts. Am I getting hungry? I can't see. There's a stupid antivirus tooltip right in the way of my thing. That's alright. I can hear my stomach growling though, so I think I am hungry. That horker. Just chilling. What do you say we... Oh god, that scared the shit out of me. Oh my god. Saber cat, just please. Just leave. You can hear that the saber cat's growls are echoing kind of off of the walls of the glaciers. That's a nice touch that I always enjoyed. I believe that's the audio overhaul of Skyrim. Oh, hey, what's up? Ice wolf. You want to die too? I'm gonna have so many wool pelts to sell. I'll probably do that in Dawnstar. Because pelts are pretty valuable. You can make a living hunting. It's definitely a lot more interesting than doing something like mining or chopping wood, which, I mean, a lot of... Ooh, that's a bear. That's a snow bear. They're fast as shit and very dangerous. Oh, God. Okay, we need to get the fuck out of here. We're faster than a bear, maybe. Maybe in a straight line, no. We gotta get the hell out of here. I don't want to fuck around. They're hunting horkers. This is about their hunting time, I think. The evening. I'm gonna go right the fuck away from that. Climb to the top of this little precipice right here. See what we can see. Anything? There's our inn, I think, from before. So we're probably not too far away. Wow, beautiful sunset. Really nice hues of blue and purple. A little bit of orange sprinkled in. What was I saying before? Can't really remember. Probably wasn't important. There's another bear up there. Oh, and a herd of goats just kind of chilling, I think. Let's see. You guys know that there's a bear right there? You might want to, like, watch the fuck out. Hey there. What you doing? No, don't go that way. Oh, God. No, I tried to warn you. It's kind of my fault, I suppose. It looked like for some... Whoa. The ice. That's another area of Skyrim that really... I mean, there's not a whole lot you can do about it, but distant reflections on water are kind of wonky. Until you... It's like when you get right up close to it, it looks great, you know, largely because of realistic water 2 and the other water mods. But from a distance... Skyrim always has a problem with distance and making graphics look good very far away, which is a problem because there's so many vistas in Skyrim where you can see really far. The modding community has taken a lot of really major strides in alleviating that problem. People like Shessen with their Dindulad, you know, mods, and just like the enhanced distant textures and all that kind of stuff definitely helps. But ooh, very pretty. There's really only so much you can do with the 32-bit version of Skyrim. That's actually an area that I'm really looking forward to from Skyrim Remastered, Skyrim Special Edition, is to see how distant graphics are improved. Because, like I said, that's one of the areas it's very difficult to do anything about in the current state of Skyrim modding. Wow. Look at that. Absolutely gorgeous. There's our Dark Brotherhood Sanctuary. We just tread through this area. We know exactly what to expect. Nice to be back. I really do like Dawnstar. I think it's a really fun town to be in. And it's a little, I mean, Dawnstar reminds me a lot of Morthal in some ways, in that they're both kind of like pretty morose places. Like Dawnstar obviously is under siege by all different kinds of nightmares. There's that whole kind of little sub-quest that is going on. Let's go ahead and, whoa, baby. And hop up. Thank you. What was that? I don't know. Am I getting cold? I am getting cold. But it's kind of like a really interesting place, and I really like Dawnstar's history. It's very involved in the history of Skyrim. Okay, well, let's go ahead and... I remember last time we were here, I had a problem finding places to offload my generic goods, because this trading post right here is about the only general trader in the area, and last time they didn't have very much gold. Hopefully they will this time. Hello. Don't mean to interrupt your bookkeeping.
Yes?
Oh, she's not even taking my money right now. They must have closed down for the day. That's okay. It's a nice map you got here. In fact, it looks like the same one that I'm using. Like map solidarity. Let's go ahead and climb up to the top of this. I've never really gone up here before. Oh, just some kettle, some wood, a lantern. Not really all that exciting. Back down. Wow. What is that? It looks like there's something floating up there. You see that? Huh. Don't know. Oh, something there too. Not really sure. Maybe we'll just chalk it up to Skyrim weirdness. It's like you can try as best you can to eliminate Skyrim weirdness, and you can be really successful in a lot of regards, but in some ways you'll never fully get rid of it. Actually, I would like to grab a fire. Come over here, horse. Follow me up to this well so I can replenish my stuff. Please and thank you. Come on, Ingrid. I'm really starting to become attached to our horse. She's been through some shit at this point. Whoa, whoa, take it easy. Oh, I'm starting to get real cold. Okay, let's just go ahead and grab one of the firewood. Firewoods? Firewood? How would you say that? Just one. I would like to make a bucket. We're gonna go ahead. Yes. It's the correct power. What do I need to make a bucket? I can't remember. Water bucket, placeable, requires bucket. Oh, that's right, I need to make it at a forge. That's okay. Ooh, that seems dangerous to have there, potentially. Hey, Rustleaf.
Seems like no one is getting a decent night's rest in Dawnstar. Take a look.
Let's go ahead and see what I can offload on this boy. He might take my pelts, because he needs pelts for, like, leather and shit. Right? Yeah, he will take them. I mean, they're not really worth a whole lot of gold. But hey, that's 60 more gold than we had before, right? All right, let's get it going.
I'm back if you need steel.
I feel like I didn't hear my change maybe, I don't know, maybe it doesn't matter. I feel like I didn't hear myself get that additional gold. This fucking antivirus tooltip is like right in the way. Give me 2 seconds. I gotta get rid of this thing. There we are. Much better. Alright, anyway. Now I can see how much. Okay, no, I did get the gold. Blacksmith Forge. I would like to make a... Why can I not make... I need 2 firewood. And no, that's for the... What the hell is going on here? How do I make the bucket? It's like, I've designed this crafting recipe. I should know how to do this. Craft and use tanning rack. It can't be at the tanning rack, could it? No. Well, what do I need to make the bucket? I don't know why this isn't working properly. Water bucket placeable and requires bucket. I should be able to make the bucket. I don't know why I can't. That's okay. I'll figure it out on my own time. We'll worry about that. Anyway, I'm guessing it's about that time. So I think what I'm going to do is go ahead and spend the night here in Dawnstar. And, you know, just get like a nice inn for the night, wake up the next morning, offload some stuff, and then just go ahead and travel to get our restoration training. And then also, we have a bandit camp to take down on tomorrow's morn, if you will. So I think it's going to be a real fun next episode. Hopefully you don't mind the maintenance work from this one and kind of the explanation of how the College of Winterhold works, but I felt like that was important to touch upon since we're going to be spending so much time there, presumably. So as always, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in the next episode.